Yo, what is going on, guys? My name is Mantho, and today I'm going to be going over Outlaw, Guide, Rogue, Rotation, and Talent setup that you should be running, the best talent setup that I have found so far, and basically how you can lock people down and get a really fast kill while just coming out of stealth and doing your opener. Alright guys, so in the first tier I'm using Quick Draw because what this does is while I'm using my Saber Slashers and doing my rotation, it'll give me a free pistol shot that takes no energy and it does 50% increased damage. But if you don't want to take this, you could either take Swordmaster because Swordmaster increases your Saber Slash damage and you could still use your pistol shot, it just won't have the 50% damage as well as the proc. For second tier, I'm using Grappling Hook because I like to have a lot of fun with the Grappling Hook, and we don't have Burst of Speed anymore, we just have Sprint, which doesn't get us out of slows or anything, so the Grappling Hook just connects me to the target and helps me keep up to him. And then here I'm running Vigor because I believe that for Outlaw you need the most energy that you can possibly have to have your max rotation and do a lot of energy, not a lot of energy, but a lot of damage. And here for fourth tier I'm using Elusiveness. Elusiveness makes me take less damage every time that I feint, but if you don't want to use Elusiveness, you could use your little Crimson Vial, Orange Juice what I like to call it, the talent here that increases the healing and by health stones and by health potions. So that's a good one. So if you're not running against like casters or anything, you could use Iron Stomach. For fifth tier, I'm using Prey on the Weakness because Dirty Tricks is really not that good anymore. I wouldn't really recommend using it. It used to be a lot better, but now it's not. And Parley replaces Blind, and you can't use it in combat, and you can't use it on PvP targets. It's more for like a PvE, I would say. So Prey on the Weak is the best one. And here I'm using Cannon Barrage. Cannon Barrage goes in well with the rotation, and it does a lot of damage. If you don't want to use Cannon Barrage, you could still use Killing Spree. It does high damage. I've seen some rogues pull off some crazy damage with this. So you could try either or. I like to use Cannon Barrage though. Last tier, I'm running Mark for Death because you need the 5 combo points in order to get your setup going. Death from Above is not as good. I don't know if it's good for the other specs. I know for Outlaw it's not as great. So I stick with Mark for Death and Slice and Dice. I have Roll of the Bones, which really just, it could give me haste or anything which could act like Slice and Dice, so either way I like to pick Mark for Death. Alright guys, so I'm going to show you a little bit of my rotation, and this guide's not going to be as long as the video actually says it is. It's just going to be the rotation, and then I'm going to show you guys a few clips of what I can do without me, like over talking it and showing you guys. Basically, I'm going to be showing you guys how the rotation works. So I start off in stealth. I'm going to use my Mark for Death, Roll of the Bones. Let me zoom out a little bit. So look at that. I got really good procs on my Roll of the Bones. You could get any of these. You could get 1, 2, 3, or you could get all of them like I just did. So basically what you're going to do, guys, you're going to Cheap Shot, you're going to Saber Slash, you're going to Saber Slash again, and if you get your proc like I just said, you could use your proc, and then if I do my rotation faster, after my Cheap Shot, I would Pistol Shot, and then I'm going to drop my Cannon Barrage right here, and then I'm going to use my Pistol Shot and Saber Slash to get the 5 combo points again. I'm going to run through, and then after this, that's all my rotation. I can either Vanish, Saber Slash again, or I can Vanish and Cheap Shot, whichever I want to do. And after I've done all of this setup, I can either run and get a reset and rinse and repeat, or I can just stay there and keep Saber Slashing, and make sure to keep your Roll of the Bones up. And all you need to really do is Saber Slash and Pistol Shot whenever you get the proc. You're between the eyes stunned, so keep in mind. And if you stun, I believe your Cannon Barrage does more damage while you're stunned. And your run through it acts like an Eviscerate. So that's basically it for this guide, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. And let me show you guys a few clips of what this rotation looks like. So let's get right into it, boys.
crawling around, searching for higher ground. Can't see in front of me, my enemies. I've tried every possibility, ability to know if I can bleed. If that's what you wanted, you won't get it tonight. 'Cause I can fly, I can fly, I can fly, I can fly. Rise from the